Let's talk about the most effective way to use the power rack for squatting. All right. The power rack is an essential tool for training. I don't regard it as optional. We don't squat off of squat stands here at the gym. We always squat either outside of or inside of the rack. Now, outside or inside depends on a couple of things. If you've got spotters, if you've got two good spotters that you know that they know what the hell they're doing, then we would set the bolts up on the outside. You can walk out of the rack. Spotters are on either side of you, and you are not encumbered by the presence of these uprights around you when you're having to squat. You're back out away from the rack, and the spotters assume the role of the safety pins when you're inside the rack. But if you do not have spotters and you're training by yourself, you're at home, you've got a gym set up in your garage, you're probably going to want to squat inside the rack. Now, in both instances, the bar is going to come out of the rack at a position that allows you to stand up a little bit, raise the bar up a little bit, back up without touching the inside of the bolt, do your set, walk it back in and set it back down. This means that the bar will be set in a position that is lower than your carry position on your back, because you have to have room to get it out of the pins, out of the racks rather, and then set up your squat stance, squat down, stand back up, do your set of 5, and then walk it back in, even if the bar has settled a little on your back. So you need to have it low enough that this can take place. And if you are in doubt, carry it lower. Okay, this is terribly important for safety, especially if you are inside the rack and you don't have any spotters. The inside of the rack position is useful because of the fact that if you handle this correctly, you don't actually need any spotters. Okay, these are your spotters. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to set this position up at about pinhole number 13. Now this varies with the rack, of course. Varies with the rack, and you'll have to experiment with it to determine exactly where the pins are. So the pins are they're to allow you to choose to do the 5th rep of a hard, heavy set. If you're right at the edge of your ability and there's some question about the 5th rep of the set, and you have to set the bar down on the pins, then that's what the pins are for. You can't do the last rep. Now, if that happens on the 4th rep, then you chose the wrong weight. But the 5th rep could logically be in doubt, even with everything else set correctly. The 5th rep may be a limit rep, and if it's a little outside limit, you're going to have to set the thing down on the pins. All right, so take it out of the rack. Use your narrow grip. Take that thing out of the rack, and just do 1 rep. Let's make sure I've got 13 correctly chosen here. Okay, again, good. All right, rack it. I think we can go up a hole. Let's look at it again. Let's see if we've got this spacing correct. Yeah, deep. Good. All right. Now you'll notice that at the bottom of his range of motion, there's about 2.5, 3 inches between the bar and the pins. All right, go ahead and stand up. Now, it is a bad idea to drop your bar on the pins. That's a very bad idea. If you've got any amount of weight on the bar at all, even a good bar can be bent this way. And you paid a lot of money for this bar if it's in your garage. You paid a lot of money for it. The gym paid a lot of money for it. And if you are in the habit of dropping the weights on the pins, I mean, free fall through the air, I will ask you to leave the gym if you do that, especially if you do it the second time, because we're going to have a talk about it if you do it the first time. So a bar can be set down on the pin. Let's show them how to do that. All right. Now, if you get down at the bottom of the squat and you've done all 4 reps and you get down on the bottom, you're going to get stuck at the bottom. What you're going to do is just bend forward and set it down on the pins. All right. Now, the bar doesn't have to fall if you do it like that. You're going to control it, setting it down on the pins. Bar's okay, the rack's okay, you're okay. But that also requires that you have the pins set at the correct height. They can't be too high because that'll interfere with the bottom position of your range of motion. They can't be too low because if they're too low, then you've got too far to go to set it down on the pins. All right, you don't want to get folded up under a bar that you're trying to set down on the pins. So there's a little narrow range where the pins can go. All right, but don't jump out from under the bar and let it fall onto the pins, because that will bend your bar. Bars are expensive, and a bent bar is not good for much of anything except rack pulls. Okay, so keep all these things in mind when you're setting up in the rack.